I think we're online now. We're live on the internet, the interwebly net. See, absolutely live right now. Hello, Didcot.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Little Howard. I am the world's first and only 6-year-old animated interactive stand-up comedian.
Yay.
Yeah. A bit more convincing than that, please, George.
Yay.
Thank you. And welcome to my masterclass in Didcot. I am an expert in the town of Didcot, and I'm going to be giving you a guided tour of Didcot with the help of some friends. Also in on the call, we have George. Hello, George.
Hi.
George is the professor of sociology at Oxford University, aren't you, George?
No.
You're not the professor of sociology at Oxford University?
No, definitely not.
What is it you do for a job then, George?
I don't have a job yet.
You don't have a job, but you are an expert in Didcot, are you? Is that right?
Yeah, sort of.
You meant sort of. This is you're supposed to be verifying all my genuine claims about the town of Didcot, George.
Yeah, I've always lived here.
You could do that, can you?
Yeah.
And we also have on the call my personal assistant Natalie.
Hello.
And my other personal assistant Samson.
Hello.
Hello. They are going to be fielding your questions to asklittlehoward.com. You can ask me questions about myself and about the lovely town of Didcot.
Hey.
Fantastic. The reason we're doing this is partly because I've had a lifelong interest in the town of Didcot, as I'm sure all of you have out there, but also because we're doing a show called Little Howard and the Magic Pencil of Life and Death!
Yay!
Okay, before we start, George, do you have any questions you'd like to ask?
Yes. Why do you like monkeys?
Why do I like monkeys? Oh, well, monkeys are fantastic. They can sing and they can dance, and they sometimes throw their own poo, and they look like little tiny people. And if you shave them, they look like children. That is a fact. Do you want to see some? I've got some slides of your lovely town of Didcot here somewhere. That was. Did you see Didcot Power Station there?
Yeah.
That makes all of the clouds in all of the world. That.
Good.
If it wasn't for Didcot Power Station, there wouldn't be any clouds in the world at all.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it was. That is an absolute true fact. You
It
got
isn't. It isn't.
Well, what does your so-called Didcot Power Station do then?
It generates electric.
You should probably bow to my superior knowledge.
It's gonna be blown up soon.
Why are they blowing up the power station?
I don't know.
Oh, are they going to let all the local children blow it up?
No.
We've all learned something about Didcot today, haven't we? That they're going to blow up that lovely power station that provides all of the egg cups for all giants in the region. This is Matt Richardson. He's a local comedian from the Didcot area. He's quite famous, isn't he? Have you heard of Matt Richardson, George?
No.
The other most on Wikipedia, the other most famous person from all of Didcot is someone called William Bradbury. Do you know who he is, George?
No.
William Bradbury was the first person in the world to cultivate watercress. It's true. It's absolute. Are you a big fan of William Bradbury, George?
I don't know him.
You don't know. Are you a big fan of watercress?
No, not really.
You've also got the lovely Cornerstone Art Centre, which is made entirely out of Lego.
No, it isn't.
It's made out of Lego, and it can transform into a robot.
No, it can't. I'm in it right now.
Well, you've got to be careful if you're in the art centre now. It could rise up and attack the town of Abingdon.
No, it couldn't.
Has that never happened?
No.
Obviously, there's also the Uffington White Horse, which is a great big horse drawn in the landscape that uses a lot of bad language. these are Uffington and rude words like that.
No, it doesn't.
George, do you know how Didcot got its name?
No.
It got the name from the Battle of Didcot, which was a battle between local towns of Didcot and Didn't-cot.
That's not true.
That's not true. How do you know how it got its name then, George?
No.
No. Well, how can you tell that my theory isn't 100% correct then?
Because you can't talk to get a name of a town.
I don't see. We'll agree to differ. We've got a question coming in on the Twitter, on Ask Little Howard, if you want to ask a question, Little Howard. It's asking, it is, what is snot for and why is my head full of it? That is from Ben Buckland, who somehow manages to write his name upside down. George, do you know, can you field this one? Do you know what snot's for, George?
No.
Well, I'll tell you, it is for wiping down the back of sofas. If it wasn't for it genuinely holds the entire world together. Little boy snot. If little boy snots, if little boys didn't pick their nose and wipe it on the back of school desks, then schools would collapse completely. That is an absolute fact. I think we I think we might be coming to the end of our fantastic Q&A about the world of Didcot. We're going to be there on the 16th of February doing our amazing show, Little Howard and the Magic Pencil of Life and Death. Thank you.
I'm going to be there.
Fantastic. It's just going to be me and you again.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to join me and George during the show, you're very welcome. Thank you very much for joining us on this historic podcast. I hope you've learned a lot about the town of Didcot. Round of applause for the lovely George.
Hey!
And for Samson and Natalie.
Hey!
Yay.
Bye. Thank you very much for having me. My name is Little Howard. I shall see you at the Cornerstone Art Centre.
Hey!